What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this episode we're going to be working on the garage door. The torsion spring behind me, as you can see, is broken. So the garage door has been acting up and giving me a whole bunch of problems. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that right now. Now I've never done this before. I did look up videos on how to do it, looked up forums. This is going to be my first time, so it should be interesting. Now let's get on with it. So these are the springs here. These are the ones I'm going to be replacing. These are brand new. The company that I bought it from were supposed to supply me with 2 of these bars, but they only gave me 1. But I just tested out, and the 1/4 inch extensions, the side that goes on top of the ratchet, actually fits perfectly into the torsion holes. So I'm just going to be using this long extension here as an extra, I guess, spring preload bar, whatever you call it. Alright guys, so first off, I'm going to go ahead and release the tension from the spring that is not broken. Now this step is supposed to be very dangerous, so you're going to want to stay away from the bar, because once you release these set screws here, the tension is going to cause the spring to move. Alright, so from this step, you're gonna want to just unwind this spring 1/4 turns, and you want to make sure that you're gonna count the amount of times that you unwind it, so that way when you go ahead to add tension to the new spring, you know how many times to wind it back up. So 1. Alright, so now we loosen the tension from the spring. We're gonna go ahead and loosen the drums on the end. Alright, so now that there's no tension on the spring, the drums are alright to go ahead and take off. So you just loosen the set screws, and you wind it down, remove the cable, and just let it hang. So now this is free. Now this cable is kind of messed up. I think they used the wrong size cable. So I already ordered new cables, the right length. They're gonna come in, I think, tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and replace the springs right now. Alright, so now we're just gonna go ahead and remove the screws that are holding in the spring here. Alright, so now that everything is loosened, we can go ahead and slide down the spring this way. You're pretty much going to pull the bar here, remove the drum, remove the old spring. Now my set came with a new center bearing, so I'm going to go ahead and place that on here as well. Then you're going to take your new spring and slide it on. Do the same for this side. Alright, so now that we got both springs back on, we're going to go ahead and bolt them to the center plate. Alright, it's all tight now. Alright, so now that the center plate is bolted down, we're gonna go ahead and add some preload to these springs here. Keep in mind you wanna put the same amount that you took off, but I guess for a good range, if you have a 7-foot door, you're gonna wanna put about 30 turns onto the spring, all right? So let's go ahead and add some preload into it right now. Alright, so that's about 30. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down the set screws right now. Alright. Now you're gonna wanna leave your bar in so it will hold the tension while you go ahead and tighten up the drums. So you just go ahead and take your cable, make sure you wind it into the track correctly, and go ahead and tighten down your set screws. And you do the same to the other side. Alright, so once you have both drums tightened down, you're gonna wanna stick the bar back in here, lift it a little, remove this one, and it should be able to stay with the tension on it. So you can go ahead and add tension to your second spring now. So now we're gonna go ahead and add tension to the second spring, and that'll be the last step. So we're gonna do the same amount of turns that we did on the other side. Alright, let's tighten. Alright, so for the last step, you're gonna want to release this here, and you want to just go ahead and manually lift the door and see how easy it is. Alright, so I think that was a success. Now the last thing I'm gonna do is reattach that and see if the door will open on its own. Alright guys, so I think that completes this video. Please make sure you give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. I'm glad I got to fix the garage door. Now a lot of times we take things like this for granted until it breaks on you, and then everything just becomes a big hassle. So I'm glad I got to fix it. Glad it was a big success for the first time. But yeah, other than that, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I will be coming back with more Z vids now that I got the garage door fixed, alright? So please make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow me on my social media, links will be in the description. And as always, peace out.